So hi everyone, I'm T.S. Little and I'm sitting here with my mother Susan, who is my first inspiration on the yoga path. I started yoga with my mother and she's still an inspiration for me today. And I'm just so happy to be able to share with you my mother's presence and a bit of her history. So Mom, how did you start in yoga?
Well, we lived in London for a year and I was looking for something to do while the boys were in school and my husband was studying. And someone said, there's a yoga class down the street. I said, yoga? I wonder what that is. So I went and I've been doing it ever since, and that was 42 years ago.
That was 40, so Mom's been doing yoga 42 years. She's now 84 years old and can still do back bends and shoulder stand. And yes, so Mom started with Silva Mehta, one of BKS Iyengar's senior teachers in London in 1977. Mm-hmm. And I started in the Iyengar system, my first part of my career in training, and still derive a lot from that work. And then you were a counselor, right, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about your years in counseling.
Well, I was the dean at Amherst College, which included, of course, a lot of counseling. And that's pretty, I had, leading up to it, I had classes and so on, but it was wonderful work and I loved it. The whole time I was doing yoga, because it was so unusual in those days, when I'd say to somebody, well, I practice yoga, or when they said, what did you do in England? I said, well, I learned how to do yoga. And they kind of look at me, cross-eyed and go, oh, we always knew she was a little strange. And so I never told anybody. And I never have done anything like this until this past year, actually. I just never talk about the fact that every single morning I get up for 2 hours and do yoga.
Yeah, Mom's a really devoted practitioner every day. And those were the days when yoga was in the church basements. And now we run a school here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where we're sitting here today, Prajna Yoga, and you teach teacher trainings all over the world. But with Mom being my first influence, not only is she great on the mat, but she has such a big heart. So much of my open-heartedness comes from my influence with my mom. And you also started in the mindfulness movement and studying with John Kabat-Zinn.
I did, yes. He was a big influence on me. And now mindfulness training is all over the country. We have a friend who's teaching it now too,
So I'm just really so happy to share my mother with you. I hope you'll get to meet her live and in person someday, and she's such an inspiration for us all, Susan Little. So thanks everyone for watching. Namaste.
Namaste.